Welcome to WIS News at 6. A group of prosecutors is calling for 6 state lawmakers to be kicked off of a committee that has influence over which judges serve on South Carolina's benches.
9 solicitors say it's needed to restore public confidence in the state's judicial selection process. State House reporter Mary Green has the details.
South Carolina is one of 2 states where the legislature elects judges. But first, judicial candidates have to appear before a screening panel. Now a group of elected prosecutors is saying that lawmakers, who are also lawyers, should not be allowed to serve on this panel, as some currently do. 9 solicitors are calling for this change. In this letter they sent Monday to the Speaker of the House and the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, who's also a lawyer and sits on the screening panel. Right now, this 10-member committee, called the Judicial Merit Selection Commission, or JMSC, screens judicial candidates. They determine who's qualified and select up to 3 candidates for each seat from which the entire General Assembly picks. 6 JMSC members are legislators, and they're also typically lawyers, while the other 4 members are appointed citizens. The solicitors are now calling for those 6 lawyer legislators to immediately be removed from the JMSC and be replaced with lawmakers who have other jobs. They write this would go a long way toward improving the judicial selection process and restoring public confidence in our judiciary. This is one of the strongest demands yet among the growing chorus of calls for judicial reform in South Carolina, and a newly formed ad hoc committee in the House of Representatives will study and make recommendations on this issue. In response to this letter, Representative Micah Caskey, who chairs the JMSC and is also a lawyer, says he hopes these prosecutors will fully participate in the judicial selection process and that committee, adding their live testimony would be helpful. The solicitors pointedly call out one JMSC member by name, House Democratic leader Todd Rutherford. They write Rutherford has been central to a number of recent scandals that have eroded public confidence in our state's judiciary and have created an appearance of undue influence derived from the considerable power granted by his role in the JMSC. Like his representation of a convicted murderer who was secretly granted an early release from prison this year, which Rutherford helped coordinate with a since-retired judge. Rutherford denies any impropriety.
If they would like for the Speaker of the House to take me off of judicial merit selection, they should at least show where I've done something wrong. They cannot. If what they're tired of is me beating them and me doing a better job in court, then they should get used to the fact that I'm simply a better lawyer than they are, and that's why they're complaining.
And in 2 weeks, the JMSC will meet here to start screening judicial candidates in what's expected to be a closely scrutinized process. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.
Now, we also reached out to the 2 lawmakers to whom that letter was addressed. A spokesperson for House Speaker Merle Smith says that he doesn't have a response to the solicitor's letter at this time. Senate Judiciary Chairman Luke Rankin hasn't got back to us yet.